Today's episode is brought to you by Destiny's Accessories, located inside of A.V. Lopez at 3831 Boca Chica Boulevard in Brownsville. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 4. Destiny Accessories has all the phone and tablet accessories you need, including chargers, screen protectors, wallets, clips, holsters, pop sockets, cases, and much more. Welcome to Paranormal 956. My name is David, and I am here with Bianca.
Hi, guys.
What are we talking about today, Bianca?
So we're near the holidays. It is not a big holiday, but it is a recognized holiday. Mm-hmm. I don't. Why is it a recognized holiday like here?
So, anyways, St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, yeah,
is when St. Patrick took out all of the snakes from Ireland. But that's just the beginning.
Yeah. We're getting into it, guys.
Well, and back to St. Patrick, not only did he get rid of all the snakes, he got rid of all of the fossils of snakes too.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah, fun fact, there never was ever snakes on Ireland. Yeah, so it's kind of a little bit of a ridiculous story.
That's an easy job, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like me, I got rid of all of the elephants in Texas. Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. But we're going to give the story of the San Patricios.
He got his name on every year.
Yeah, he got a holiday. Right. Yet.
Yet.
With your help. Okay, so we're going to talk about the San Patricios, which is a legend down here and in Mexico that I really don't know if everybody understands.
I don't think it's a legend. It did happen, right?
It did happen. Right, it did happen.
Don't make it seem like it didn't happen.
Yeah,
it did.
We're telling real stories here.
Yeah.
So we're going to go way back to before Texas was part of the United States.
Before Texas Wait, we were separate?
Oh, yeah. For a long time. We were Mexico. The Rio Grande had its own country, the Republic of the Rio Grande. Texas was its own country for a while. Kind of went all over the place, right?
Should have stayed like that. Anyways.
So we're going to talk about the San Patricios.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, when you think about white people, quote unquote white people today, a lot of people kind of clump a lot of people together, right? People joke that I'm white, even though my last name's Mexican, right? Some people think like Italian people are white, right? Or German people are white, or Irish people are white. But that wasn't always the case.
No, those are red.
So those were not always the case. And so way back in the day, it was super duper duper like a special group, right? They really put it down. So they called them WASPs, right? W-A-S-P.
Yeah, I heard that.
So you had to be white. You had to be Anglo.
Oh,
yeah.
They did it.
Yes. This is true. So white is a color of your skin, right?
Yeah.
Anglo is a part of the country where you're from, right? Saxon is like a certain group of people as well. And then the P is Protestant. So when you look at the KKK, you're supposed to be WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Well,
right? Yeah. So no Catholics, right? Catholics are not.
No C.
Right. There's no C. So this group was very specialized, right? So they were British whites. So Italians didn't count. Greeks didn't count. Russians didn't count. All of these people, right?
Yeah.
So during this time where Texas was in flux, let's say, right? So not this country, not that country. They were kind of all over the place. People came down from, we know about Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie and all these people came. But people
know about them.
Well, so people came from all over.
Yeah.
And a big thing is that Texas was part of Mexico, but kind of given free reign. So at the time, when the Alamo happened and all of this, Texas was really Mexico.
Right.
But they let people move in and they kind of said, y'all just mind your own business and don't mess with us. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, during this time, the United States was divided between states that had slaves and states that didn't have slaves.
Okay.
Right? And so people in the southern part felt very strongly, we all know this, that they wanted to make sure there was a separation between white people and black people.
Okay.
Or really, white people and everybody else, right? So Mexicans count in there, right? This was Mexicans. Irish counted in there, right? And so even though there was Irish people in the Texas
But you would
military,
think Irish would be more on the white side.
So you would think that.
Yeah.
But this was before that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
even a big reason why JFK was a controversial figure, he was the first Irish Catholic president.
Oh, okay.
So during that time when JFK was president, people were worried that he was just going to be a puppet for the Pope.
Oh.
And that the Pope was just going to control him.
Yeah.
Well, fast forward to today, Joe Biden is a Catholic.
They killed him.
And nobody's worried about that anymore, right? Like things have kind of changed, right? But at this time, you had these Irishmen had come over and they were part of this country, I guess. I mean, this Wild West
revolution.
Right. And so they were
basically,
but they were treated the same as non-white people.
Yeah. Right.
Poorly, let's say the least, right?
As everyone else.
Right. So they were like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Slavery is illegal in Mexico.
Okay.
So they go over to Mexico.
Uh-huh.
And they fall in love with the beautiful Mexican women.
Right.
Start having kids. Right?
Yeah.
So the first little tidbit of this story is that we know now in families that we know, every once in a while a redhead pops up. Right?
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
Or the freckled kid. Yeah.
Or the freckled, right.
Yeah.
Well, it's because
I'm one.
I dated some of those too, right? And so it's because...
No, I'm not the one he dated. I'm not one of the ones he dated. No.
We never dated.
No.
No, we've never dated.
No. Okay.
But Irish blood has been part of the Mexican...
Yeah. Like it runs through...
Right.
Through generations. Yeah.
So we have a little bit of Irish in us.
For sure.
It's another reason. I was very confused when I moved down here. Mm-hmm. There's Irish pubs everywhere. In Brownsville, there's Irish pubs.
That's why?
Yes. There's Irish pubs down here in honor of what is called in Mexico, the San Patricios. And so then you think, well, why is there so...
Why is there so much like culture, like Irish culture?
Because you go to Matamoros, there's Irish pubs, right? In Matamoros, there's Irish pubs. In Brownsville, there's Irish pubs.
Yeah.
Reynosa, McAllen, all these border towns, there's Irish
you
pubs.
got like streets full of of pubs. Yeah.
Right. And I don't know how you are, but I have friends that grew up here that are super into like 4-leaf clovers. And it's like, where's all this Irish stuff coming from? When I moved in?
Idea, but yeah.
So it was weird to me, right? And so then why are these San Patricios?
I never thought about it. I just grew up with it.
Right. They're just here.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's these
like...
Irish pubs everywhere. And so the reason that they were looked at so valiantly, I guess, is that when Mexico and Texas went to war over Texas during the Alamo and San Jacinto, right?
Yeah.
The legend is that these San Patricios joined the military and killed 100 soldiers to one. And they all died, giving their life for Mexico. So in Mexico, the San Patricios are these legendary warriors, these red-headed, fiery fighters.
Fiery fighters.
Right?
Okay.
That's how it's been told to me, right? That these guys are just legendary warriors, right? And part of it's because they hated the Texans so much for treating them like shit this whole time.
Right. They were trying to exclude them and shit. Yeah.
So now we go forward a little bit. So we've kind of established why we have the Irish pubs. Why do these redheads pop up every once in a while?
Yeah.
One more thing. Have you ever heard of the sana sana colita de rana?
Ah, shit. Here we go.
Right?
Yeah.
So remember how I told you that the Irish...
Do you want me to explain what it is?
Sure. Why don't you do that?
So, sana colita de rana. Si no sana hoy, sanará mañana.
Yeah.
So it's like Sana sana. It's like I don't know how to say it. It's like a rhyme.
Like a poem.
Like a little poem. Yeah, you want to say it like that. And when people say it, it's usually parents, grandparents. Whenever a kid falls, or hurts themselves or some shit like that, they usually say that and like rub wherever it hurts or something like that, right? Wherever the kid broke their bone or something. Just sort of like that.
Yeah.
Because it could be bad as hell. And they would just tell you, sana sana colita de rana, si no sana hoy, sanará mañana. And it's like, if it doesn't get fixed today, it will get fixed tomorrow. Like, let it be.
Yeah.
But it's just a saying, basically, like, it's going to get cured. It's going to get better, just...
It's like, I guess...
We're invoking the frog.
Yeah. And so we know this, right? That the frog's tail, like, heals and falls off and...
From Irish
right.
culture, yeah.
Yeah. So this whole phrase, and I remember I had said that they were not Protestants. They were Catholics. Irish are usually Catholics.
Yeah.
So Notre Dame is a Catholic school. It's an Irish school. And one of the things that we know from not only here with like the Santa Muerta and the Santeria.
Santeria.
But we know this. And then we know the voodoo in New Orleans mixed with Catholicism too, right? The Irish mix their local religion with their Catholicism.
Yeah.
And the sana sana rhyme is originally an Irish spell.
Okay.
And with this spell, they would rub eucalyptus oil on your body.
But wait. Eucalyptus oil. That's in Vicks.
Vicks. Yes. So have you ever wondered why, for whatever wrong that you can be done,
man, what the fuck?
they're going to put Vicks on your body?
And say, sana sana colita de rana.
Colita de rana is an Irish spell from the San Patricios that they brought over here.
Man, what the hell?
That mixed with our Mexican culture.
They just mix every culture up in here.
It's true, because even like our flour tortillas,
yeah,
they're not really Mexican either. That is a Jewish. When you go to Mexico, do you ever eat flour tortillas in Mexico? You do in Mexico?
Even here.
Well, here, but I'm talking about in Matamoros, they mostly eat corn.
Yeah, but like a lot of places do the tortillas de harina.
Less.
Man, whatever.
It's a Jewish. If you go to El Paso, they don't do it that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like our Mexican food here is completely different. It's the whole reason I started that other channel. Because it's very different. So anyways. So this is the story of the San Patricios, how it relates to us here in the Valley on St. Patrick's Day.
And Vicks.
And if Vicks wants to sponsor us,
yeah, we're down.
We're open for sponsorship.
Let us know, how did you guys find out about the recipe, the eucalyptus oils?
You know what?
And made it into.
Do you know what Vicks really is? Do you know what petroleum jelly is? Vaseline.
Vaseline, yeah, with eucalyptus. Yeah,
that's all it is. Is just.
You know what's fucking weird? I've seen people eat it.
Eat what?
Vicks.
Yeah, I don't recommend that. That sounds crazy.
It is.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our show. I hope you're wearing green because I pinch.
Don't eat Vicks.
Don't eat Vicks.
You can rub it, but don't eat it.
Rub it. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.